Well, it's funny you mentioned him because one of the news bits I had actually, and I'll just go to that right now, is that Darby on a radio show mentioned that Ric Flair talked to him about kind of what you were talking about a couple weeks ago with Darby when it comes to like him being taking better care of himself in the ring. Here, let me pull up the quote though. It's on the research here. All right. So Ric Flair. So this is what Darby said on the Rock 106.1. I don't know where it's located at. Probably Georgia somewhere because that's where they were at. He says Ric Flair a couple weeks ago. He came up to me and is like, "Darby, you need to slow down." And I'm like, "What? Wait, what? You're crazier than Mick Foley." He said. I'm like getting advice from Ric Flair, and he said, What's funny is people don't know how great I feel physically. I feel amazing, like nothing hurts." DDP, who I know Darby trains with, also he's like, "We have to put you in a lab. They have to test you out and see what's going on because you're not human." He says, "I feel amazing. I won't stop doing it. Sorry for anybody trying to give me advice. All the people out there telling me to slow down. I can't and I won't." So he does some crazy stuff, like we mentioned. And well, Rob, when you were
You can't blame a guy for wanting to set new standards. I mean, that's really what it's all about, and that's what's exciting to do when you're on TV, when you can do stuff that really shocks the people that have been watching wrestling for decades, and you still come up with stuff that they haven't seen that makes them say, "Oh my God, what did that guy just killed himself?" So, I get it. We're all show offs. That's why we're in the entertainment business, and he's saying he's got a lot to show.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get your thoughts too, because back in like somebody was to tell you that when you went to WWE or even in ECW, hey, you slow it down, you're taking too many risks and stuff like that. How would that RVD back then have what? How would he react to it back then?
They did. They
Yeah.
all did.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Jr. told me. He said, you're going to see that you're going to have to change your style a little bit and be a little more choosy about when you're taking those crazy flying bumps and diving out of the ring and all those really physical moves that you do. And I said, no, this is what I do. And at the time, I was saying, I mean, ECW runs like 4 days a week because we were not every week, but we did a lot of 4 day loops and 3 day loops in between at its peak. And so when I got to WWE, I thought, well, I'm ready for this. Still, the WWE schedule, it just blows anything away that you could possibly do. So I learned that the through experience that I thought that I was on the road a lot and that I was traveling a lot, but compared to WWE and wrestling a lot, but compared to WWE, it just became almost every day. It was odd when I didn't have a work day and usually took that day to travel, but I did keep my style though, and I brought that back up to JR at a Cauliflower Alley Club years later. Remember that when you told me I was going to have to change my style? I wouldn't be able to keep up with my extreme style that I had set for myself by doing it every night on your schedule. And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." Remember when you said that? And he said, "Yeah." Well, he said, "What you did was unprecedented." So,
Damn, Rob.
yeah.
Damn good work, Rob. Um, well, I guess the thing that could be in Darby's favor is that wrestlers today don't wrestle as much as like and I mean, so it's almost like he's not necessarily being. I mean, he doesn't take as many of those crazy bumps like that a lot of you guys did week in and week out. In comparison to what they're doing now. The stuff he's doing is crazy. Don't get me wrong, and he's like a skateboarder too, and some of that comes with its own share of bumps. So, I mean that might be kind of the one thing coming in his play, and hopefully it all he knows. A lot of people know their body better than a lot of others do, but hopefully it just stays that way as time goes on. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.